Hello there. Welcome to tonight's episode of the Nocturnal Disney Podcast, Twilight Thoughts. My name's Bryce, your friendly host, and a heck of a Disney fan, if I do say so myself. So, I've been doing the Nocturnal Disney Podcast since 2016. Now, I did go back and delete all my old episodes because they were a catastrophe when I went back and listened to them. And I didn't want people to listen to my old shows and get an idea of what I was doing now and kind of misconstrue things. But I digress because one thing that has stayed the same since I started doing the Nocturnal Disney Podcast back in 2016 is my undying and unbridled love of the Food and Wine Festival. Guys, it is my favorite time of year. Especially this year. You're going to have Galaxy's Edge opening up here in Orlando. A little bit later during the festival, you're going to have Illuminations go away and be replaced by another show. And I'm going to get into that in another episode of Twilight Thoughts, so just bear with me on that. It's not something that I partake in, but you have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party happening at the same time as well. Guys, this time of year is so stinking busy down here at the parks. It's unbelievable. And I gotta tell you, I am really excited for this year. I can't wait. It's the Food and Wine Festival. I never can. Now, in years past, I have gone over the entire menu for the Food and Wine Festival. Don't worry, not gonna do that to you this time. I've also gone over individual food items that I am going to enjoy when I go to the Food and Wine Festival. Again, maybe a little self-indulgent, not gonna do that to you this time again. But what has been released and announced is the list of the bands that are going to partake in this year's Eat to the Beat Festival. Now, they don't always have the most interesting bands to me, anyway. You know, growing up in the 90s, I had a certain taste in music, and then once I grew up, my taste in music changed significantly, so now a lot of these pop bands I'm not really into, but I gotta tell you, going over this list, there are some really interesting bands who are going to be making appearances this year. So, let's dive into that. From August 29th to the 31st, you're going to have the Plain White Tees. They got the song Hey There Delilah. It's a nice song. I'll be honest, I don't know anything else by them, but I really do like that song, so there you go. Sawyer Brown is going to be coming to the show September 1st through the 2nd, and they're going to be new to the lineup just in general. You know what I'm saying? They've never played a gig for Eat to the Beat at all, so I'm really excited to see what they do if I'm able to get up there and go see them. From September 3rd to the 4th, you have Mercy Me. Another newcomer is Grace Kelly from September 5th through the 6th. September 7th through the 8th brings us Zach Williams. Again, another new person. Lauren Daigle from September 9th to the 10th. Again, she's never been here. September 11th through the 12th is Jimmy Allen. Again, he's never been here. So they're really stepping outside their box of what they usually bring in for these shows. However, September 13th through the 15th, we're going to go ahead and bring Tiffany back. So if you've ever wanted to hear that song Mickey performed live, here's your chance. Every time I see the name of this next band, I want to say the Allman Brothers. It's not. It's the All Man Betts Band. And they're going to be playing from September 16th through the 17th. Everclear is from September 18th through the 19th. You know what? I got to tell you, I really like Everclear. I'm not a huge fan of them, but what I've heard from them, I have really liked. They had that song AM Radio. Thought that song was great. I think their biggest hit, though, was Wonderful. And I am really curious how you take that song and retcon it to make it a happy, uplifting song, if you can at all, for the happiest place on earth. Otherwise, you don't sing it. But if you don't, you're going to have people who come to the show specifically to hear that song because, like I said, it's probably their most famous single that they've ever had. Next up, Starship comes and lands on the stage from September 20th through the 22nd, and they're going to be featuring Mickey Thomas. This next one I'm actually really excited for. Postmodern Jukebox is going to be playing from September 23rd through the 24th. I really like them. I've only ever seen their stuff online. I've never been able to get to one of their shows. I know they've had a couple shows in the area that I'm from, but I've never got to see them. They are really cool. I am a big fan of cover songs, right? I love them. I think they're great. And I really do like when a band goes and makes almost a carbon copy of the original song as a way to pay like tribute to the original artist as a show of respect, right? I think that's nice. However, I really do like when a band goes and does their own thing on a song and makes it completely different. I think that's a lot of fun. One of my favorite covers from Postmodern Jukebox is when they cover All the Small Things from Blink-182. And you say, Bryce, really? All the Small Things from Blink-182? Yes, because they have this sad clown, and I wish I knew his name off the top of my head, but I don't, unfortunately, and I'm sorry to the clown if you ever hear this for whatever reason, but oh my goodness, that cover is fantastic because it takes the song from a really high energy, fun, in-your-face punk song to almost a solemn, somber song about aging. I think it's really funny, and I love that cover. So I'm really excited for that. I really hope that I'm able to get up there and get a chance to see them because I think that they would be fantastic. Moving on from them though, we go to September 25th and the 26th, and we get to watch Blue October. Mark Willis is up next from September 27th through the 29th. Sugar Ray from September 30th to October 2nd. Now, I am sure that Scott McGrath is not going to be the lead singer of Sugar Ray when Sugar Ray comes and plays Eat to the Beat in EPCOT, but oh my goodness, I really like Sugar Ray. They got a really fun vibe to them. They're really laid back, very chill, and I like that a lot. I can't wait to see them. I hope I get a chance to. October 3rd and 4th, you get Taylor Dane, followed right thereafter on October 5th and 6th by India. They're brand new to the show. On October 7th through the 9th, it's going to be 98 degrees, and I'm not just talking about the heat. Yeah! All rise for stupid puns. I jest, obviously. That's the name of the band, and I am shocked that they are going to be playing this show. I didn't even know 98 Degrees was still a thing. I can't believe that boy bands are still a thing, let alone boy bands from the 90s. That's crazy to me. But be that as it may, there you are. 98 Degrees is going to be there from October 7th through the 9th. Boyce Avenue from October 10th through the 11th, they're brand new. So is Southern Avenue. They're October 12th through the 13th. If you really feel like you need to get your classical jazz on, Kenny G will be blowing up the stage from October 14th through the 15th. And I jest, but you know what? I gotta think that the man draws a crowd. He's gotta be like the Eagles or Metallica for the flute. Like, it's gotta be crazy. If you want to see somebody play the flute, it's gotta be Kenny G, right? I mean, the guy is famous for a reason. And it's not just for playing the flute, it's gotta be because he's good at it. So, with no sarcasm in my voice, Kenny G will indeed be playing October 14th and the 15th. Followed right there up by 38 Special on October 16th and the 17th. Baha Men on October 18th through the 20th. They get a 3-day spread for Baha Men. Baha Men! That's insane! Do you have any idea how many drunk people will be singing Who Let the Dogs Out between the 18th and the 20th? I'll answer for you. It's all of them. All of them. My question is this. How many times will the Baha Men sing Who Let the Dogs Out per show? Because if I'm not mistaken, each day has 2 different shows. You have an early show and you have a late show, and each one of those shows runs for 30 minutes. That is going to get crazy. On October 21st through the 22nd, Billy Ocean's going to be playing. Sheila E. is going to be playing from October 23rd through the 25th. High Valley from October 26th through the 27th. Hanson from the 28th to the 30th. Again, another 90s boy band. Are they going to be singing Mbop? Because I gotta tell you, that would be kind of stupendous if you had these 40-year-old men on stage singing a nonsensical song with nonsensical lyrics. I would actually pay to watch that, but I don't have to because I can go see them for free at EPCOT on the 30th. Sheena Easton is going to be on the stage from October 31st through November 1st. Chris Allen, brand new, he's going to be there from November 2nd through the 3rd. Boys to Men, November 4th through the 6th. Of everybody who's gotten a 3-day gig out of this, I would have to say Boys to Men is the most deserving, but again, they haven't really given us much since, the early 2000s, I think? I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing them, though. The Hooters from November 7th through the 8th. A show that I was actually able to catch last year, and I loved it, is the Big Bad Voodoo Daddies. They're playing from November 9th through the 11th. I think they were fantastic. They were a lot of fun to watch. November 12th through the 14th, that's not been announced yet. For all we know, it could be some local garage band. I don't think that it will be, but it could be. BB Mac is brand new, and they're going to be playing from November 15th through the 16th. Spanish Harlem Orchestra is playing from November 17th through the 18th. I don't know what that is. I could have looked it up before I came in here to record this, but I didn't. So here we are, but I don't know what that is. Now, one of my favorite shows that I have ever seen live was by Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and the show was called Beethoven's Last Night. Trans-Siberian Orchestra is a heavy metal band really known for its Christmas covers, but this is all about covering classical music, and it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. It was in this little arena down here by me. It's called the Hertz Arena now, and it was awesome. There were fireworks, there were lasers, there was fog, there were LED screens. It was a good time. The show started out with an overture of a very, very heavy metal influenced Beethoven's Fifth and fireworks exploding. There was fire inside the building, and it was great. But the elderly couple in front of me who thought they were coming to watch a legitimate orchestra play legitimate Beethoven did not find it great. And within 3 minutes of the show starting, they got up and they left. It was hysterical. Now, I don't think that that's what I'd be getting here, but a guy can dream, can he? And moving on, we're going to get D Capella, which is brand new to the show, on November 19th. Guys, that is every band and date associated with this year's Eat to the Beat concert series. I hope you're excited. The bands this year didn't blow my socks off, but like I said, they never do, so this is hitting me right where I expected it to hit me. So, what can I say, but I'm excited. Are you guys? Let me know in the comment section down below. Guys, one last thing I kind of want to make you aware of before I go ahead and start saying everything to close out the show. Me and Chris would normally be recording an episode of the main Nocturnal Disney show and putting it up this Saturday. However, we're actually all going to be out of town up at Volcano Bay celebrating my brother's anniversary. Micah, Renee, if you guys are listening, happy anniversary. We're all really proud of you. Congratulations. But what does that mean for you guys, our listeners? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to record when we get back from the trip. That way, when we get back, we're going to have some reviews to go over. We're going to be going to Shutters while we're up there. I mean, obviously, we're going to be hitting Trader Sam's. And like I said already, we're going to be going to Volcano Bay. It is a Universal park, but we're still going to be talking about it. So there you go. Guys, I really appreciate your understanding. And I know that this would have only been the second main show that me and Chris have done since we've brought the podcast back again. But it's for a good cause, so please bear with us. Thank you very much. Guys, I really appreciate you giving the Twilight Thoughts a listen tonight. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy what I put out. If you want to reach out to me and talk to me a little bit more, happy to do that. You can email me at bryce@thenocturnaldisneypodcast.com. If you don't feel like sending out an email, that's cool too. You can find me on Facebook. Just search The Nocturnal Disney Podcast. Join our little group. That's cool, Bryce, but you know what? I'm not actually on Facebook anymore. That's fine. You can talk to me on Twitter at Disney Nocturnal. You can also find me on Instagram at The Nocturnal Disney Podcast, all separated by underscores. And I can hear you saying, fantastic. I know how to get in contact with you if I wanted to do that. But you know what? I just kind of happened upon your show. Where else can I listen to it? You can find us on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, SoundCloud. You can also find us on Stitcher. And I'm very happy to say that you can find us on Spotify. Now, I know that Spotify is just another podcast aggregator. But I gotta be honest, it makes me really happy to say that I'm on there. I don't know why. It just does. There you go. Thank you again for listening, guys. I really do appreciate it. On behalf of our entire crew, thanks for soaring with us.